And about the Israeli settlers that were armed by the Zionist minister Ben-Gvir, how Palestinian people in the occupied West Bank are dealing with it and are defending themselves from the attacks.
You're not allowed to defend yourself there. If you defend yourself from settler attack, you will be accused of attacking a settler, and therefore you'll be arrested and locked up in jail. There's no way on earth a Palestinian is allowed to protect or defend himself from Israeli savagery and from Israeli criminal behavior. Now, there's a misunderstanding with all this Ben-Gvir militarizing settlers. Like, according to Israeli military rules, any Israeli civilian in the occupied West Bank has to move around with their gun on them at all times. This is not something new. Every Israeli individual that serves in the Israeli army ends up being given like 2 pieces of weapons. So Ben-Gvir gave them a 3rd piece of weapons. How are they behaving? The language that some of those 800,000 settlers that live in the occupied West Bank, the language they use is genocidal language. They look at this as like, oh, let's seize the moment. All the attention is towards Gaza. Let's just like start like beating up and murdering like as many Palestinians as we can get our hands off. One mentally disabled Palestinian was murdered by settlers and soldiers yesterday. There was another Palestinian that was shot in the chest by an Israeli settler at the olive harvest. He was with his family on their land doing the olive harvest, and then boom, a bunch of like savages came in and murdered them. Like, what is happening is a process of lynching, but instead of using ropes, they use bullets. And they're seizing the moment. Like, those people are not doing anything different from what their government is doing. And in fact, like many of them like honor the legacy of the founders of the state of Israel and Palestine by murdering as many Palestinians as they can. They're seizing the moment here.